kamikaze. I'm popping like 40 rounds at you. This bulldog boxer, that means that I'm sicking hounds at you. We puff a pound or two, past the end that is insurmountable. To go my true role, the substance wasn't compoundable. It's bodies everywhere, and they try to hold me accountable.
You made Jimmy wait a whole hour.
You know what? Hold on. Before we start anything, salute to everybody rocking us. Thank you. Subscribe if you haven't.
Don't salute to me. Salute to these guys. I don't want salutes.
No, we're not saluting you. I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to the people supporting us. And the people watching. We were not talking about you. Everything ain't about you.
Hey, guys, this chair is going to break. I can feel it. I'm going to fall one day. I hope it happens today.
And I hope it's live when it happens.
I can feel it.
Anyway, to everybody rocking with us, thank you. I feel like there's two things that need to be discussed. Number one, the shit that DME's talking about right now. And the second thing is how we were all bamboozled into thinking somebody got 1 million fucking views and they don't.
You know
so
what?
I'm sitting here, hold on, I'm sitting here happy.
Let me go
I'm
check.
sitting here congratulating, doing all that. At no point did you comment to me on my congratulations. Oh, it's not really 1 million views. You know, I'm not who I say I am.
I hit 1 million. It's there. 1,000,001. 1,001,000.
That officially now.
It's there.
But when you did all that, you already admitted you wasn't at 1 million when you did all that. So you lied.
No, I said I have an 1,800 away. I even said that.
You lied to the people.
That means I got over almost 4,000 views last night. That's crazy. Because I'm at 1,101,211. Yesterday
I don't know how accurate that is because, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I ain't trying to dish you, but then again I am. First
it doesn't matter how accurate it is. That's the
hold on, you lied. That's number one. Number two,
doesn't matter how accurate it is.
When I look at my numbers on my laptop, the numbers be different than when I look at it on my phone. I don't know why.
What are you looking at on your laptop as opposed to
like I'll go on my channel and look at my views count, look at the subscribers count and all that. And when I look on it on my phone, it'll say one thing, but then when
on your phone, what are you using to see it?
What are you talking? I'm going on YouTube.
You got to go in the studio. It's usually accurate.
The YouTube app or the YouTube on your Safari? Like, what are you?
Okay, clearly the app when I'm on my phone, but when I look on my laptop.
How do you see the views on the app? I don't even know there was an option. Are you going to YouTube Studio on your app?
Yeah, when I go into my channel and all that shit.
I don't even know you could do it on your phone.
Point is, yeah, you can't see the views on your fucking video.
My lifetime views.
Oh, I don't know if I can see that.
Are you talking about per video?
Yeah, listen to what I'm saying, though.
No, those are wrong. Those are wrong, and they get calculated later.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. But even my subscriber count, I will look on it on my example. Last I checked, my subscriber count was a week ago, and I was at like 865 or some shit. When I went on my laptop earlier, it said 877, I think.
877 is the accurate number. So, the views, they get processed later. Like, sometimes they get processed later. They don't always, like right now, the video I did yesterday, like right when I upload it, let's say it says 120 views. I'll go to the studio and it'll give me the real number. It'll say 320, processing later, you know, like, so there's some kind of weird thing about that. But it doesn't matter. What up, man? They're still going to take us out. They will take us out, Jay. They're coming for us. You're not allowed to say keywords. They're demonetizing, and they're deleting channels out of the blue right now because there's people outraged about certain things, and they're deleting them. So once they get outraged about battle rap, we're gone. We're all out of here, all right? And don't think everyone's like, well, maybe it was Rome flat. It was probably just YouTube doing a cleaning of the house last year. We don't know who did that. You know, you don't lose your channel because you got flagged. That's not how it works, all right? There was probably some underground outrage last year, and that's why all those channels got deleted, and it's going to come again. They're doing it right now. It's happening. It's happening. Nobody cares but me. Nobody in this community cares but me. They will come for us. Watch. Go ahead. I tweeted it, and I didn't get one like or retweet. But I write, oh, Cassidy, blah, 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 and I get 50,000 retweets. Shut up.
So, First off,
you only care when it affects you. That's not right. You have no principles. You gotta have principles.
First off, I agree with you on the majority of what you said, except there was somebody from Rome's inner circle, well, actually more than one, who already admitted that Rome was getting the troops together to flag channels.
So. Yeah, I need paperwork, otherwise they're just lying and hating.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So,
but go ahead.
I agree with everything else that you're saying, though. I think a lot of, just like Facebook, I barely fuck with Facebook. I'm on every few weeks, and I kind of have to have it a little bit.
Why?
Point is, they be taking down posts all the fucking time. Facebook does it.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, they own Instagram, and they've taken posts down off my Instagram. So I barely now post anything on my Instagram anymore either because of that.
What did they take off your Instagram? Why would they take anything you posted?
Well, like what?
What did they delete from your Instagram?
Well, twice they like if I put a music clip, like a clip that had a music in the background.
So they do copyright. That was a copyrighted move.
You gonna let me fucking talk, or you gonna talk?
We're having a conversation. Go ahead.
So they've done that. I put battle rap clips up, which I would do after every battle that I really fuck with. They took that down. I had one from YouTube, the I-99 freestyles from Cortez and Sue Surf. I found it odd that they took down, I think, 2 clips, but they left up like another 2.
Listen. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Hey, I get what you're saying, but that to me is copyrighted stuff, and people are claiming that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about our freedom of speech.
Yeah, but that's what's happening on YouTube.
The words we say.
That's what's happening on YouTube.
YouTube scans our videos and forget the swear word. Those are automatic. There's certain words you can't say. All right? And go watch anyone who does YouTube about politics or anything like that. There are certain words that if you say them, you get demonetized. And not only that, they're just deleting channels now without explanation.
No, but DME, here's my thing. I'm with you.
That will happen to us. It will happen to us.
Some of it.
All right, but
some of
so then what's the solution?
Some of us are part of the.
There is no solution. We're fucked.
Some of us are part of the YouTube partnership, TOS.
But they're selective, Jay. I mean, Joel. They're selective on when they enforce it and what they're enforcing. All right, they'll allow certain things to stay on, right? But they'll delete these channels. But other people doing the same thing, but they have the right politics, are allowed to stay, even though they do the same thing, even worse. If other people, I don't care which side of the political spectrum you fall on, it needs to be the same for everybody, and it's not. It is not.
I agree, but what can anybody do to fight back?
There needs to be the government needs to step in and break up these monopolies. That's the. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Like something.
But if it's in their favor, why would they?
What do you mean it's in their faith?
If it's in their favor, for example, if someone's up there putting something,
it's called doing the right thing for once in your life. You know, like not being in the evil corporation.
And you asking the government to do that?
They do it all the time. When a company become monopolies.
You really believe that the government
they break up monopolies because monopolies are illegal. Okay, they break the monopolies up.
If it don't benefit them, if it don't benefit them,
what do you mean by benefit? I'm not understanding that.
DME, you just said
what?
If certain words are said or isn't aligned with their political views, they take it down. You ain't say that?
They are doing that. Yes, actively doing that.
All right. So why is it so far fetched that if whatever's being said is what they believe, then why would they stop it? Why would they do it? And let me tell you something when it comes to things
because if I was running it, I wouldn't care what you're saying if it doesn't.
But it's not you fucking running it.
That's my point. What's wrong with you people?
What you're saying at the end of the day is you think they should let you run it.
No, they should have. they should be. Jay? It's not about that. They don't.
I know it's not about that. What I'm telling you is
this is new, by the way. They've been around for how long now? They're starting to do this a lot now.
No. It's been noticeable now. What I'm trying to tell you, DME, is that I'm with you. You're not saying anything I don't agree with.
What do you say?
What I'm trying to tell you is you can't expect somebody to look and let everybody play at a level playing field if it doesn't benefit their cause? How does monopolies happen? You don't think everybody's fucking pockets get lined in order for monopolies to happen? They not. Come on now.
No. This is pressure by certain groups. They are losing money. This is bad for their business. Do you understand? They've lost billions and billions of dollars in the past year. All right, like because they're literally taking away their ability to make advertising money on these channels that are deemed not appropriate because there's a small group of people crying about it. They're hurting their own selves. All right, and it's obvious. All right, and it needs to continue to happen. They need to continue to lose money. That's the only way to stop it, really, unless the government steps in. They need to go broke. All right, get woke, go broke, continue to go broke, and that's what's going to happen. All right.
Well, DME. So
how many billions they lost this last quarter?
Wait a minute. So where do you cross the line? Let me finish what I'm saying before you answer.
Crimes.
Okay.
Crime. If you say something that's against the law, if it's to incite violence, that's a crime. You can arrest people for that. But everything else, bro, this is America, bro. We cannot turn into England. In England, you can go to jail for saying the wrong thing. That's a fact. They don't have freedom of speech in England. You can go to jail for something you said on the internet. That's crazy.
Thank you for telling me that. I didn't know that.
Yes, in England, you can go to jail for. There's thousands of people. You can look it up when you get off. Google it. Thousands of people have been arrested for words they said on Twitter. Words.
What?
Not inciting violence. Not inciting violence. If you make fun of gay people, you can go to jail for that. If you make a joke, it's all this stuff. You can go to jail for it. It's a fact.
Well, I think that part is fucked up. I don't think you should necessarily go to jail for the majority of things you say. I do think that if I'm with you. If what you're saying is creating violence, clearly it has to be clear.
Yeah, you said stuff that can be perceived as violence and going to jail.
That's fine. But
Big K would go to jail in England if that tweet. If it was in England.
So now I want to hear from you. What have I said that it incites violence?
Have you ever tweeted out that you punched somebody?
That I punched somebody?
Yeah.
I always say allegedly if I ever did.
All right. You walk the fine line, but they don't care about the fine line, Jay. They don't care. If they want to attack you, they will.
Because the thing is, most things for me have been alleged. So if you don't have paperwork, there's no video evidence.
Right. No, you're better than I know. You don't usually bring your stuff online. I'm just letting
you know that. You know how. But here's the thing, though. I do think a line has to be drawn, like you said, like terrorist type shit. Like if you're trying to shoot people, I think they need to get you the fuck out of here.
You know what's killing me, Jay? Those are still up. On Twitter, they have their pages. Theirs are up. They're not taking those down. All right, that's the crazy thing about all the situation. Those are up. You can go right now. There's recruiting as happens all day long. All right, but if a comedian makes a joke about the LGBTQ TRBRC, which I want to talk about, all right, this new wave of. Listen, we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, you make a joke about that, you're out of here. That's the hypocrisy. Anyways, I don't really want to stay on this. If you guys have any other opinions, we can get to that.
Well, first though, I want to finish making my point.
Go ahead.
And then I want to hear Visuel's opinion. I think there's other shit. Now what I'm gonna say now, everybody isn't gonna agree with, but I think that they have to just understand a little bit. I don't even think if we're gonna fully go through the freedom of speech thing, and that's the side that we're gonna always land on, then you have to allow even some of the racist shit. Racist shit that you take, that sometimes they take off, and sometimes they don't. You gotta let that rock too. And unless you're telling people to go hurt people for their race, if you're saying I don't like Puerto Rican people,
that's not a crime, Jay.
Because they always smell like fucking rice and beans.
Those aren't crimes.
No, but what I'm saying is, I know that we're in a sensitive world now where everybody demands that type of shit get taken off. If we're going off freedom of speech, you have to let that shit rock.
Of course.
Whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on fucking Patreon, you gotta let that rock.
There's a great feature called the block and mute button. Use it.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
There's even a better one, which is the play button. Just don't fucking press play. Visual, what's your thoughts on all of this? And I like your hat, by the way.
Thought you'd like that change. I think the government, in my opinion, is in bed with these big groups like Amazon and Google. I think there's a reason why they were able to survive and get as big as they were, even through, I mean, businesses take a long time to start up, and even through droughts and bad times, they're still able to stay alive and function. And most companies would have fell and went bankrupt, while these companies keep striving and have strived. I think the government has a role in that.
Amazon lost money their first 15 years in business.
Right, but they still stayed in business, and they're damn near at the top.
Think about that.
So I think the government is aiding, and in some way, one way or another, in bed with these companies. So them stepping in, that wouldn't do anything. They're actually.
No, I disagree. If they step in and they break up the monopoly, that happens all the time. Even though they would only step in if they weren't. Look, we voted.
If they're not getting nothing out of it,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Nothing out of it. That's
all you need. All you need is enough votes. All right, and then enough good people in Congress or whatever to take care of the situation.
What I'm saying is, you're not going to take yourself out. That's what I'm saying.
Well, they've done it in the past. That's all I'm saying. And I've heard a lot of people say that's a good option. So, and even Facebook themselves have been asking for it to be regulated because Mark Zuckerberg, the evil bozo, all right, he's listen. Go ahead, Viju. I don't want to.
Yo,
this is a rabbit hole we can go down for hours.
Right.
And man, take it easy for a second there.
And as far as these services that we
delete your Facebook.
As far as these services that we use, we're using their services. Yeah, we have freedom of speech, and this is the open internet, but we are still going into their house whenever we use these kinds of services, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, IG, anything. These aren't owned by us. We're guests in these social media apps, and
yeah, but they've gotten to a point now where they're bigger than that, though. All right, they control the public square.
But we still don't own them to say. That's why there needs to be something that needs to happen. All right, or public pressure, but that's not working. So or support companies that are the counterparts like Vimeos or anything other than YouTube.
The problem is they're going after those now. All right, so when you take. So I moved to Vimeo or these other things. You get paid through MasterCard. They're banning people from being able to get MasterCards now.
So as far as this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. When the governments are in bed with these companies, why do you think they're going after the little men, the little companies that are smaller than these big companies, and they're not going directly for the head honchos themselves? It's because they're in fucking bed with them.
Every time a competitor tries to come from the ground, they get destroyed. It's because the way they're doing it. PayPal goes through MasterCard. So when like it's not Vimeo, but there's another thing that pays through PayPal to the people who come on their platform. All right, but then this guy, he gets booted off of YouTube, he gets booted off of here, and then MasterCard says you can't have an account. And they cancel his PayPal account. So now see what they're doing, all because they don't agree with your opinion. This is evil shit, bro.
But the problem lies too within the people, is because we're so accustomed to being on the YouTube platform in places like this that we're too lazy to move out of them. And even if we go to
not only that, everybody's not gonna. It ain't just based on us three. And I know that ain't what you're saying, Visual, but I'm just making it clear. It's not based on us three. If us three said we were gonna go to another platform. Now you have to convince the at least your hardcore following that they should go with you over there, and that they should explore what else is on that, what else that company has to offer. So if you want to go the Patreon route, for an example, you got to convince people to go over there, and then you got to convince them to not only rock with you, but to rock with everybody else, because that's the only way the platform will grow.
Well, let's use this example, right? What if, like, the URL and the URL app? What if the URL app was free to use? It was a free service. How many, even though it was a free service, how many of their almost 1 million subscribers do you think are going to move over to just use the app?
Right. Not.
I would say about half.
Regardless, but listen. Let me explain to you.
Half
Let me
is pretty good.
Let me explain to you how they're not allowing these little companies to grow. So all the people who are getting booted off of YouTube, all right, there's a site called BitChute. They're all over there, all of them. They're all over there, right? You know how they're stunting their growth? Apple doesn't allow them, or Google doesn't allow them to have an app. They can't have an app. You have to go onto Safari on your mobile phone and do a mobile version of the. And that no one watch video is not played well like that. You need an app to do that, like a YouTube app. They're not allowing them to have an app because they're trying to shut them down. That's the problem. They cannot grow if they're not allowed to make an app. They aren't allowed to make an app. This is fact.
How are they not allowed?
A lot of people are in tune to this. This is facts. You can go look it up. They can't make an app.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not questioning you. I'm asking you to educate me. Mm-hmm. How has this happened? How is it possible?
They can do whatever they want. That's what the outrage is. All right.
Wait, dear me, you're misunderstanding my question.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to help me understand it better by explaining to me why they can't make an app.
Because the people at Apple and the people at Google, all right, are very left leaning, and they made that decision. They're making these decisions without any you know. They
so
can do what they
behind
want.
the scenes.
Yes, yeah. There's a lot of people who can't. Not just them. There's tons of people who are not that you are banned from making it. The Alex Jones, they kicked him off. They deleted his app.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Okay, well, he's a conspiracy theorist. All right, he's into conspiracies. They deleted him off of Facebook. They deleted his Twitter. They deleted his YouTube. 5 million subscribers, Jay. Deleted his YouTube. All right. MasterCard said you can't have a bank account. PayPal canceled. They are destroying this guy's life, all because he believes in conspiracy theories. It's ridiculous. All right, and he had an app that was getting millions of downloads every day on the App Store. They deleted it. This all happened the last 3 months.
Wow.
The last 3 months. All right, it's insane.
Yo, hold on a second.
My point is, about all this, they will come for battle rap.
Or eventually we're gonna have to start moving into Linux-based applications and software.
Look, there's a bunch of this is why I'm more receptive. I was always in favor of the URL app, but my thing was don't abandon YouTube, right? And you know, you're gonna have the fact that they actually have their own app and they're building their own platform, which would, you know, the funny part about that is if Google decided to get rid of battle rap because they don't like the way the words are in the battles, all right, they can easily get rid of the apps. You know, they can get rid of the apps just like they're doing here, and there'll be no URL app. You know, if they decided to do that. And I don't think it's a big stretch or a big reach to say that it could happen. Because if it's happening to other people, it can happen to you. It will always come for you. That's my thing. All right? I just don't think it's a big reach. I think everyone thinks it's a big reach. I don't.
It probably won't, but it definitely can.
Yeah. The only thing saving it is it's not, battle rap isn't really political. The reason why they would come for it is if the LGBT goes after it. If they go after it, then trust me, they will get rid of it. Because they don't take kindly to the things said in battle rap if it's on their radar. The only thing the other thing that could save it is you can say it's an art. But they don't really care about that because they go after comedians. All right, that's the same thing. They go after comedians.
Yeah. Well, so Kevin Hart is not it's pretty soft nowadays, and he doesn't even get into it.
Yeah, we're not allowed. You're not allowed to say things or do things. It's crazy.
And then he gets ridiculed.
People are too soft.
He gets ridiculed for it, but you know what? He's just looking after his own investments, his own paper. You know, like his own future and his family's future. He doesn't want to get involved.
But it's ridiculous that we're even living in this climate. People need to chill out, bro. All right, like seriously, like stop acting like everyone has to have the same morals as you. We're not all the same. We all think differently. Like you can't. This is totalitarian. This is dictatorship. Like you expecting everybody to think the way you think, or we're banning you. We don't want to talk about you. Like that's not how it works, bro. And I'm gonna bang the gavel. All on that bullshit. Nay, nay. Anyways, Jay, let's talk battle rap, man. I'm done with this bullshit.
Are you sure?
You want to talk about the LGBTQTRBRC community? Huh?